believe that we're in Coober Pedy in the middle of the desert. This is awesome.
Don't force me out of bed.
Here at the public noodling area.
Fix my head, it's just your anxiety. Don't hush me now, 'cause I just want a shot.
The last fuel stop before we go up the desert.
It's also the last free water stop for the next couple 100 kilometers. I don't know how far. Though it is raining, it is not forecast to be raining in the desert, and water is going to be hard to come by, is what they tell us. Currently chasing the sun.
The sun has come out.
That was quick.
So unfamiliar. I don't know what it is. So nice to have natural sunlight. Not so great to be driving straight into it, but hey, we'll take it. We're headed north.
Don't make me dance to a tune that you're humming. No, my body don't move.
System test. System test. System test. System test.
This is the Jindavik plane. It was an unmanned, like controlled by radio airplane that they used to fly around and shoot other rockets at it so that they could see if rockets could shoot planes out of the sky. Pretty cool.
The blue sky is really, really nice, and the fact that the sun's out is really nice, but oh my gosh, it is so cold still. And who needs a hairdryer when you have this? So we're done with Woomera and we're off to Coober Pedy, but before we go to Coober Pedy, we need to go back to where we slept last night, which is Spuds Roadhouse, to get some chips. It's an acceptable hour to eat chips now. We couldn't quite manage that first thing in the morning, but it's now officially morning tea time. Can you go to Spuds Roadhouse and not get chips? I mean, it would be rude.
See you saw it coming. You'll be running when I raise the black flag. Get out your bomb and fly away.
So I really do appreciate that no matter the size of the chip. Did you eat the longest chip?
No. Did you eat the longest chip?
No. No, I've been deliberately choosing little ones.
I haven't eaten any. Oh, it broke. Let's get, we can find the other half.
No, it doesn't count unless it's in one piece. I think it's this one now. A lot shorter than it was. 9. Sorry, Spuds. What I really appreciate is no matter the size of the chip, you still get a lot of crunch. Usually, standard is, in my experience, that the smaller chips give you more crunch and the longer chips can go a bit floppy or start out floppy. Whereas these guys, every single chip that we've had, crunch.
I love that the middle is almost like mashed potato. It is so smooth. I don't know how they did that. We spoke too soon. 11!
Back in it, Spuds.
Can I eat it now?
Yeah.
I ate the last longest chip. Do you want this one?
Oh, grab it.
Blessed is he who can find a woman who gives him the longest chip.
Well, almost finished this bag, and usually by this point, I feel slightly sick. These ones, nah, I feel great. Could eat these all day.
What do you rate them, Sarah?
I think I'm gonna award them worth their own brochure at the visitor center.
Make that times 2. Hey.
We should start saying it at the same time. You gotta make sure people don't copy it. Well done, Spuds Roadhouse. You're definitely in the running.
Yeah, if you're coming through here, definitely get some chips.
We pulled over to get a shot with this sign, and an oversized truck is about to pass us, which means 5 meters down the road we're gonna join the train of cars following it. But here it is! Whoa! That was massive!
What? It's bigger than the road. We're excited because this is the first time that we've been through no cell service. We're going from this place to this place.
The wilderness! We have been following the oversized load for 5 minutes now, and we're just not really sure what the deal is. How does this work? Do we just follow them forever? The cars coming the opposite way have to literally get off the road and drive on the dirt in order to pass him on the opposite side, just to give you an indication of how big this guy is, you know? The dump truck on there, honestly, I think is the size of like a 2-story house. Woo! We passed it! Ay, 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 that was tense. So I feel like I need to explain a little bit for anyone who's not been to the Australian Outback or doesn't live in Australia. When we say the Outback, yes, it means the red dirt kind of classic Crocodile Dundee type deal that you've seen in the movies. But when we're traveling on the A1 highway, it's the one road that goes the entire country. It is in no way like any of the highways in the States, at least none that I've ever been on, because there aren't any exits for gas stations and restaurants and everything every couple of miles. There isn't anything for literally hundreds of miles. It's just stretches of vast expanse, and every couple of hundreds of kilometers there will be one petrol station. The town we're about to go to actually is called Coober Pedy. Coober Pedy is one of the famous towns in Australia in the Outback because they live underground, because the conditions are too harsh above ground. It's also one of the large mining towns in Australia. It's famous for its opal stores, and hopefully we are going to get to try our luck at noodling.
We just arrived in Coober Pedy. First impressions are very Hollywood.
Tomorrow is the annual Opal Festival. Apparently there's going to be competitions and stalls and food trucks. I'm all about that, so stay tuned for tomorrow.
I feel like today is a very important day because it's the first day that my feet are not cold on the floor, and this sun coming towards us is very warm. Today is the annual Opal Festival. It's gonna be pretty sick. A lot of things are gonna be happening. We're gonna be right there in the middle of the action.
The Opal Festival doesn't start till noon, so we're spending the morning exploring the town.
Very cool. Like the Millennium Falcon, but not. So it's actually from a Vin Diesel movie, not from a Harrison Ford movie.
Can you imagine that thing on an actual truck? Is that legit? Do they actually make tires that big? It's about 11:30. We'd really like to get a coffee before we go. And our choices are Waffles and Gems Cafe or John's Pizza Bar, fresh coffee.
So we're down at the petrol station and our prospects have significantly improved. Oliver's Street Cafe looks legit, and also there's an underground books cafe.
I'm going Oliver's. Boo, takeaway carb. We asked specifically for them to give it in mugs and they brought out these. Ugh.
So that cafe had the news playing on, and we watched the news, which has gotten us pretty depressed. We're gonna shake that off and head up to the Opal Festival, which starts in, what?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, woo!
10 minutes, and also we saw a truck with a big sign in the back that had the run of the day for the festival, and at 2:30 there's gonna be sausage throwing. Not sure what that is, but I'm
we're
very
gonna
excited
be
for
there.
it.
It's open.
People are still very much setting up, the musicians still a bit behind. I think just because we were super keen. It starts at noon and then it just doesn't have an end time. So I think everyone's here for the long haul, which is exciting. The sign that we saw in the main street, they've set it up on the soccer goal. It is currently 12 noon, basically on the dot, a little past, and here's the run of the day.
We would like to acknowledge this land that we meet on today is traditional land of Araginda, Matayangadera people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge their Andagiri Matuyangadara people as custodians of this land and their cultural heritage.
One of the running competitions for today is the best drag queen costume and also the best sexy legs. And we were overhearing one of the guys saying that he just never shaved his legs before and he did so for this competition. It was actually the one that was in the orange dress that came up and said hello to the camera. Zane was too nervous, so I had to go up. And look, I started a trend.
Well, it won't be long, guys. They're just...
So I've approached every single stall and asked if they have anything vegetarian. And the answer is no.
What just happened? We're gonna be on radio.
How the hell did you get to Coober Pedy?
Well, my wife is Australian and she snatched me. And now I'm here and we're traveling around the country in our van.
Hi, we're Sarah and Zane and we're listening to Dusty Radio 104.5 FM.
Sausage toss. They're throwing rolled up newspapers. What's your name?
Motte. Motte, yeah.
And have you ever won the sausage tossing contest before?
I've never entered it before. Yeah.
Wow, first time entry, first time win.
Well, yeah. It was a last minute thing. I was just sitting right here, literally on this chair. And saw that. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try.
Not bad, not bad.
In years 5, 6, 7, I hold the record for shot put in my school.
Yeah. What are you going to do with your prize winnings?
Well, I'm a big boy, so we've got to feed the stomach.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you.
We're back. It's nighttime now. We have come back from the van to the light show and fireworks show. We took a little breather. We went back to the van, ate some food, chilled out a little bit, and now we're back and ready for the light show.
Ready for the fireworks. So the party from yesterday continues. We're here at the racetrack and they've got some what look like dust buckets. They're gonna be racing them around this dirt track. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm pretty excited. Sarah's here.
I'm here. Got some snacks. I'm going for the blue one. Man, I do reckon the yellows teamed up and just didn't let the blue win. I don't think that was a fair fight. Oh no!
He spun out on the track.
Oh no!
He's in last place now.
He can't get off the hill!
Oh my goodness. I just gotta slow down.
He's gonna lap him.
Not gonna lie. The yellow car that spun out sounds pretty bad. And Odie has sounded like that before.
Too
At
soon.
least
Too
once.
soon!
So we went to get lunch, but we didn't want to miss out on the race. So we were flying the drone overhead, watching as all of the cars were racing this time. And from the air, it looks pretty sweet. Anyways, no idea how long they're going to be racing for, but we're gonna call it quits there. I'm gonna head back into town and check out some of the opal mines and other things that are going on in town. So we've come here to the Catacomb Church to check out one of the underground churches here in Coober Pedy.
We keep seeing these chimneys pop out of the side of the hill, which is the indication that someone lives underneath it.
There's like all of these little pieces of quartz in the rock that you can see from where they carved it. Then it must be the immense pressure of all of this stone pushes these things out like as if they were liquid.
This church is open 24 hours and there's just a little sign on the door that says, please switch the lights off when you leave and God bless you. I just think that's amazing that in this day and age, church is still willing to open its doors to whoever wants to come have a look. Spaceship looking thing currently is for sale right now. So, should we trade in the van for this? Thank you for having us today. Here we go. Let's go find some opal.
This mine is absolutely amazing. They dug the entire thing by hand. Explosives were used only limitedly because they were too expensive, and you can see the pick marks all over the place. I can't imagine having to swing a pickaxe when a half bent over position, swinging at the ceiling, the sides, the front. Tough work.
I thought that was really cool. Definitely increased my respect level for miners. Being underground the whole time, I'm so thankful to be able to stand up straight.
We're here at the public noodling area just outside of town. If you're unfamiliar with the term, it comes from a rather derogatory saying for the men who didn't want to go all the way down into the mines and do the hard work of chipping away at the rock underneath the ground, and instead they would just sit up the top and pick through the piles of dirt that were being brought up from the mine that the people down there had already chipped away at. So they just sifted through it, and then somehow the term became noodling. So we're going to be noodlers. Noodle away. We brought our little shovel thing, so hopefully that helps, and we'll see what we can find. We so far found this rock, which is not opal, but it's just pretty. So let's go. Noodle time. My noodle sense is tingling that way.
Our noodle sense is really going. Woo! Yoo-hoo! My theory is that the last guy who was digging here stopped just short.
Thank you for all coming here today. Sad moment for me in history, but I would like to announce my retirement from noodling immediately effective. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. It's been a wonderful 10 minutes.
So actually I think the only success we had was the other night I was waiting for Sarah, and there was this noodling pit outside this shop just sitting there waiting to be used. So I decided to just pan around inside that thing, and I found this. It is opal. It has been confirmed as opal, but its technical name is potch. It's worthless, but it's nice, and I think I'll keep it as sentimental memories of Coober Pedy. Well, that just about does it for Coober Pedy. So we're gonna make moves and spend the rainy day driving and make our way all the way to Alice Springs. Got about another 8 hours ahead of us.
Just saying hello to the big miner behind me. We shared some common ground. Each of us carries our own axe. You know how it is around these parts. You just gotta fend for yourself, you know how? Perks of having a rooftop deck is that you get to be on the same level as the big dogs in town, you know?